Hi, my name's Christine Campbell and I'm an author, and I would like to take the time today to introduce to you the very first book that I ever had published. It's called Family Matters, and it's about a family, as you can imagine, but the main character, Sarah, was abandoned, if you like, 11 years previously by her husband with two young children. And now her son has died, and when she starts to look through his diary, she finds that he was searching for his father. So the book really traces his search and her search, because she takes the steps he took to find his father. But why I'm bringing it to your attention today is that it's been updated. I got my daughter-in-law, Michelle, to do a wonderful new cover, trying to get the full thing in. There we go. Wonderful new cover. I think you'll agree the artwork is absolutely super. And the book has always been available on Amazon, both as a paperback and as an ebook, and it still is. And not only is the cover updated, but actually I've taken the time to go through the whole book and make sure that everything is just as good as it can be, so that you get the best reading experience that I can give you. So what I was wondering was if you'd like me to perhaps introduce the book a little bit by reading the first, maybe just a couple of pages, so as you can see my style of writing and see if this is something that you might enjoy to read. So if you'll excuse me, I'll put my glasses on, because I'm afraid my eyes are not as good as they used to be, and never been good, to be honest, but there you go. Okay, chapter 1. Tom, I have to inform you that David died suddenly 10 days ago. As his father, you probably have the right to know. Sarah. Kate frowned as she handed back the letter. For heaven's sake, Mum, is that it? Is that all you're going to say? It's more than he deserves. A small tabby cat wound its body round her legs, pausing to look up at the unusual chill in Sarah's voice. Come on, Mum. Now's not the time for bitterness. David's dead. Surely Dad should know about it. Sarah folded the letter and stuffed it into an envelope. I'm telling him. She punched on a stamp. You know what I mean. Shouldn't you tell Dad how David died? When the funeral is, things like that? Sarah turned to her. Listen, Kate. When your father walked out on us, he forfeited his right to know anything about this family. She slapped the letter down on the kitchen worktop. I've only written it all because you nagged me. Dragging out a chair, she bent to pick up the cat and settle it on her lap, allowing the soft warmth of its body to calm her. The cat began to purr softly in response to her gentle caress. Why on earth, after all these years, did David want to find your father? She sighed as she smoothed her palm across the cool pine surface of the table, tracing the grain, feeling the occasional indentation of wear and tear, the faint imprints of heavy-handed homework. Kate shrugged. He just did, I suppose. She too sat down at the kitchen table with her cup of coffee, its freshly percolated aroma filling the bright little kitchen, wisps of steam catching the morning light. But he never said. I had no idea. Well, he wouldn't say, would he? Why not? Kate shifted uncomfortably, stirring her coffee, watching it swirl round the cup. Well, you know, she said. No, I don't. That's why I'm asking. Kate pulled a face. He probably thought you'd be angry. Well, of course I'm angry. Sarah was up again, the cat leaping from her lap as she rose. She started pacing the room, the usually adequately sized kitchen feeling suddenly cell-like. moving chairs, wiping surfaces with her hand. She picked up a cloth and started to wipe the shining, clean table. Why should he want to find him? Her body wound like a spring, her too thin frame jutting at awkward angles from her newly loose clothing. What's he ever done for him? For either of you. He made no attempt to see you. No birthday cards, no Christmas cards, nothing. Sarah closed her eyes, trying to shut out the picture of David as a little dark-haired boy, standing for hours looking out of the window, waiting for his daddy to come home. She'd put her hand on his shoulder, her heart contracting, adding his pain to hers. She would try to find the right thing to say, the words of comfort or hope that would help him. But there were no words, only the empty pain. It's all right, Mummy, he'd lie. I was just wondering if Martin was coming out to play. And he'd turn away from the window and go back to his book or the telly, making no effort, having no real desire to call for Martin, his friend. And you wonder why I get angry. She banged her fist on the table, startling the cat and spilling the coffee. The damage your father did when he left us. She mopped up the spill with a swipe of the cloth she'd been holding and walked across to facilitate the cat's escape out of the back door. It wasn't just me he left. He left you and David. He walked out on his children. I don't know how anyone could do that. All the love and attention he'd given you for years, thrown away. She threw the cloth. It hit the water in the sink, sending a fine spray over the work surface. She neither noticed nor cared. Thrown away like so much garbage. And for what? She demanded of the air, her hands outstretched. For what? Fire seemed to spring from her auburn hair into the depths of her hazel eyes. Time for bed, son, she'd say. He just nodded and turned from the window, following her meekly up the stairs. No tears, no arguments, just the sadness in his eyes, the mention in his prayers. Please look after Daddy. Please let him come home soon. Well, that's how the book starts. So I'm wondering if perhaps that's interested you enough to want to read on. If so, I'll put the link for the book below the video. It should be there. And you can go to Amazon or Feed a Read, the publishers, or you can order it on Barnes & Noble or Waterstones or in any good bookstore. And I hope that you might find it something that you would enjoy to read. It starts a little bit sadly because the boy's out, but it's not a sad book, it's a hopeful book. So hope you enjoy Family Matters. So here it is again. Very proud of the cover that Michelle's done for me. Family Matters. Do you know it's hard to get that angle right there? There it is. Family Matters by Christine Campbell. So enjoy. Thank you for watching. Bye.